Happy Yule, and I'm actually filming this a day ahead of Yule, which is the 21st, first day of winter. So, and I filmed this before, but I look like I had a big orange head because I try to do it by the Christmas tree. But the only time people have orange heads are Samhain or Halloween. So let's move on. I got up about 7 o'clock this morning and it was still dark and it's overcast. And let's see, what's the temperature? Wow, it looks like it's 43 degrees outside for being up by the Canadian border. In my last video, I talked about what our family used to do during the holiday, mainly Thanksgiving and Christmas. I believe I'm the only pagan in our family. So let's kind of move on to the family celebrations. Well, when I was real little, we would rotate between my aunts and uncles, and I did have lots of aunts and uncles. My grandmother wasn't the best cook. My grandparents had 12 kids. 2 died as infants. One of my uncles never got married and had a family, so 9 of them had a family. And my grandparents had 28 grandkids. I'm towards I'm considered what they used to call the little cousins. Oh boy, getting thirsty. I've been trying to get more water in. So we would go from aunt to uncle's house, and it was kind of like a big old potluck. And some winters there was a lot of snow, and if it was a lot of snow, we'd go sledding and snowmobiling. But then if they weren't, we used to play football or baseball. Yeah, my dishwasher draining. Goggle, goggle, goggle. And one of the football games that I usually was their center. And I remember like getting tackled, flipping up in the air, and I really landed hard on the ground. And they all came over and asked me if I was okay, and I didn't even want to. Well, let me tell you, it really hurt when I fell. But I had no way I was going to tell any of my boys' cousins or any of my cousins I hurt, because I didn't want them to laugh at me. But looking back, they were actually concerned. Yeah. Then we always had really good food, and I'm not a put a puzzle together person. And usually we had this big puzzle, everybody just kind of worked on it. And the thing was, we had at least put in 2 pieces. Okay, 1 for your main meal and 2 for dessert. And we lived in Spokane, and time we got up here, the outside frame was all finished. So I would sneak out 2 pieces and claim I put them in. I'm assuming once in a while I did actually find a piece, but I don't actually remember it. I remember taking out the pieces for the puzzles. And then I would say there's probably 30 to 60 people at a Thanksgiving or Christmas gathering. Then also on Thanksgiving we would draw names for a gift exchange, and there's a high and low in what you could buy on a gift. And I remember one year we went to my Uncle Mike's and Aunt Joyce's, and since I was a little cousin, my little cousins, we got to pass out gifts. And I remember asking my older cousins, about reading the names, like, can't remember anything we got. Our grandparents never gave us gifts because there were just way too many of us. So our birthdays, they sent us $1 or something like that, because our birthdays are more spread out. Then one, I don't know why I remember, we went up to my Uncle Glenn's place out in Pleasant Valley for Thanksgiving, and there was no snow, and he had this big old pig. Well, he looked big to me since I was a little kid. I don't even recall looking at that. I recall looking at that pig. I don't know why that sticks in my mind. Then in Christmas, and the what strange thing about all the holidays was my mother would bring up a new dish, and most of the people in my mom's side really have trouble with change. They just kind of, anything new, they just kind of look at it and they sniff it and all that stuff. Yeah, because I remember time she brought up Russian tea and they're all going like this. Passed a cup around and, yeah. Then later on the family just kept getting bigger. Then we end up having in usually one of my aunts, well I'm going to say her name because she's still alive, in her garage and pool place, we keep, but I never found out the reason. Once my grandfather died, my Uncle Glenn and Aunt Bonnie, ignore Bonnie, but quit coming to the family gathering, and one of their sons I think I've recognized, but the other two, I don't even know if I saw them on the street I would recognize my own cousins. They're probably from 65 to early 70s in that age group there. But a lot of it we just got so big and it was almost impossible to hold any type of family event. Because the pandemic this year, we didn't have a summer family gathering. See, my great-grandparents had 15 kids. So, we're a fairly large family. And the celebration, so that's what we kind of used to do. And, yeah, I kind of miss it, as long as, politics and religious, they have a family gathering, you should be fine. So, I was at the Goodwill, and, I've said plenty of rude things about the Goodwill. That here, they have a lady or a gentleman at the inn, and saying, you have to wear your mask, you gotta keep it above your nose. If it comes down below your nose, you're out. No question, no nothing, So, but I wish they had, be able to just gave you those who wanted a mask. Well, not who wanted a mask, who for some reason forgot their mask. They should at least offer them to have a mask. I'm glad at least someplace in Idaho is enforcing some type of mask mandate. Okay, this is, after the 25th or so, I'll quit using this purse, but I bought this cute little Santa purse. I had to cut out the chain because it's way too long. I might even recut it. It doesn't hold much. It's a little too small, but it's a fun little purse. Yeah, then I thought I would kind of show you I've been mainly sorting, and I haven't sewn for a while, but I'm going to make this 2-inch block, and later on I'll cut these and going across this way, and I thought I would show you the 4 of what I like, and I'm not sure if I'm even blocking myself. I really have a thing for gingham print. I don't know why. And this quilt I'm going to be mainly reds, blues, and yellow, your primary colors. And it's a good way, it helped me organize my colors. And I just decided to show you guys these 4. And I think I need to do, I keep coming up with the numbers of 80 to 100 blocks, so I'll do 100 of them. Then I know somebody I was planning to send some my odds and ends to, so after this quilt's done, I'll send the trimmings from this quilt. Yes. And we're all doing fine here in North Idaho, and I guess I still send out a few cards. Every year it gets less and less. We got a dozen cards this year so far, and I think probably next year I'm going to try to make at least a junk journal. So I'm going to take maybe a fourth of my cards I got, save them back, and I know who I'm going to get my junk journal to for next year. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I'm sure I can figure it out. And I need to get a tripod that actually fit my camera. And hey, I haven't done all that legal crap, so let me do it real quick then. I think it's time for me to end this video. Like, subscribe, go ahead and share. I'm still trying to build up my fan base. My goal is to get 100, and I'm going to have a giveaway, something I made. And I'm not being sponsored by anybody. I'm not trying to sell anything directly. I might recommend something, but I'm not, I'm not out to sell anything. I couldn't even tell you, who's these fabric from, probably what company or anything like that. Probably 90% of it I got either at a thrift store or someone gave them to me, or so. Well, happy Yule and blessed be.